Thanks for checking out this film review from the Dead Man's Party podcast. You could find our full archive of every unedited show if you subscribe to The Skeleton Crew on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to support Dead Man's Party on Patreon. Link in the description. Enjoy the review. All right, guys, it's the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West.
Kumo
It's
D.
the Wild Wild West. Yeah. It is Dead Man's Party, and we are starting Western Month. So my name is Al, and I am with the two guys who I'm usually with. And let me just tell Chris and Ghoul something real quick before we start the show. Many nights, guys, many nights I've put a blade to your throat while you were podcasting, and I'm glad I never killed you. Chris, you're all right. You too, Ghoul.
Navajo.
Greaser!
Oh, yeah. I'm here with Chris and the Ghoul, and we are doing Young Guns 1988. A group of young gunmen led by Billy the Kid become deputies to avenge the murder of the rancher who became their benefactor. No, nothing. Okay. But when Billy takes their authority too far, they become the hunted. Director Christopher Kane. Writer John Fusco. Sorry. It's the first time I ever read his name. Starring Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid. Kiefer Sutherland as Doc Skurlock. Lou Diamond Phillips as Chavez. E. Chavez?
I'm surprised you didn't say Chavez Y. Chavez.
I was hoping he would.
Oh, was I right with the Yee?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know Spanish, dude. Come on.
Dude, I told you. I only know the words the girls yell out.
Poppy.
Charlie Sheen as Dick Brewer. He brews dicks on the side, if you guys didn't know that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It should be Dick Sucker. Dermot Mulrooney or Dermot, I guess you say it right. Dermot Mulrooney as Dirty Steve Stevens. Casey Zamesco, when I got that right because we said it 4 times already, as Charlie Bowdry. Terrence Stamp as John Tunstall. Jack Palance as L.G. Murphy. Terry O'Quinn as Alex McSween, who was like the...
He was a lawyer.
A lawyer, yeah, of these guys.
He was a stepfather, too.
The weird Chinese girl is Alice Carter as Yin Sun.
A.K.A. China Doll.
China Doll. My China Doll.
China!
I guess we can... I'm sure I don't know everybody here. Thomas Calloway as Texas Joe Grant. Patrick Wayne as Pat Garrett.
John Wayne's son.
Yeah, John Wayne's son. Yep. Brian Keith as Buckshot Roberts. Tom Cruise makes a cameo in here. He's the 4th guy shot by
Charlie.
Yeah, I can't believe Rob Lowe's not here.
Judd Nelson.
God, imagine Judd Nelson in this. He would have been great.
Molly Ringwald.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Judd Nelson would have been good for Dirty Steve, I feel like. Even though Dermot Mulroney's awesome.
Yeah.
But he would have been a good Dirty Steve.
Or Ali Sheedy, I think, could have worked in this in some part.
Oh, dude, Billy the Kid, Andrew McCarthy.
Oh, God. Get the fuck out of here. But no, I love it. You know, the 80s were basically a wasteland for Westerns leading up to this. It was kind of a tired, died out genre.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were so popular in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And Westerns were not my thing as a kid. I just wanted nothing to do with them. My dad and grandpa would always watch them. I never sat down and watched one with them. But even now as an adult, I can't tell you a fucking Western movie that came out in the 80s pre Young Guns. I'm sure if you said one, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, but
yeah, there's a couple Clints like Pale Rider.
Well, okay, again,
yeah,
yep,
but
you're
but
right.
but that's I was going to add on to your point. Yeah, he was the only one doing them still at that point. No one else was.
For the most part, Westerns have kind of died off until this came out, and this was a hit because real quick, let me do. So the budget for this film was 13 million and it grossed 45 million worldwide.
Oh, wow.
So it was a hit.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. And this is the first Western movie I can say I actually sit down and ever watched. And I was 13.
I'm pretty sure it's the same for me, also at 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably the same for me, because I think I watched it right before, or after, when I saw 2 was out, I said, wow, there's a first one? And I worked at a video store.
That's kind of like me with Terminator 2. I thought there was just Terminator 2 is just the name of the fucking movie. There was
Right.
no
I thought
Terminator
Young
1.
Guns 2. Oh, them also? Like, no, dumbass, that's a number after the name. So I was like, oh, well, I work at a video, or I frequented it enough that I said, oh, well, let's watch the first one. So I saw them pretty much back to back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which was a cool way to do it. Not that I remember a single thing. Yeah, no, this is different. So, Ghoul, this was your pick. So tell us what is so amazing about Young Guns to you? Like, why does this stand out as something you absolutely want? And you wanted Western Month. Yeah.
I think, like I said, seeing it at 13, like that's like the perfect age to watch this movie. Like first, like get introduced to it, and like you're saying, like as similar to Chris, like I knew people like adults who watched like I have a friend whose dad is like a hardcore John Wayne fan. Like has tons of his memorabilia. It's actually pretty cool, but I just like could never see the appeal of like those 50s and 60s like westerns, like even the old Clint stuff, like because I watched like even within the last like when I was in my 20s, I watched what's one of the big
Hondo?
No, I don't even know what that one is.
You talking about Clint Eastwood movies?
Yeah, what's the good, the bad, the ugly?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Clint, but I've even like that. Like I've seen like Good, Bad, the Ugly recently, and like I still just it's good, but it's long as fuck. But it's not like it's just not like our.
It doesn't grab you.
Yeah, it doesn't grab me. But this is just because it mixes the 80s with the Old West, and it's like and also those old school westerns. They're pretty slow. They're not constant. This is like, oh yeah, I'm just being generous. So like,
my friend's a little slow.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I was a kid, just the whole aesthetic of westerns just did not look appealing to me at all. It was it just looked boring and just gross. Yeah, but somehow, even though obviously this movie takes place in the Old West, it feels modern. It's just, I guess, I don't know if it's the way it was filmed because it was in 1988. 87 when it was filmed, whatever. It's just got a different look to it.
It's that. I think it's a mix. It's a mix of like a few different things. That the way it looks, the way it was filmed, because it's very like music video-y.
Yeah.
And then but like I was just saying, the score has that synth, but it's got like what's it called? You can hear
metal?
Guitar, yeah, kind of like metal in it, and then even on like the other like the smoother parts, you can hear like violin, kind of like they just incorporated a perfect mix of 80s and the 1980s and like the 1880s perfectly.
Dude, this movie brings me right back to the Future Part 3, dude.
Yeah,
Doc Scurlock was in that.
Mad Dog Scurlock.
Mad Dog. Was Mad Dog in this movie? Did we miss him?
He could have fit that. To your point, that movie could have taken place in the same cinematic universe, whatever you want to call it.
How cool would that have been in Back to the Future 3 if they would have just had a very quick cameo by one of these guys in character? That'd have been so fucking cool.
That would have been amazing.
I will say this, which I'm not judging it. It's fine. This does not come off as a period piece to me.
No.
When they made these movies in the 50s and 40s or whatever, they acted different, like just like the way the people in Psycho have a way of acting like, hey, kid.
Yeah,
like,
the acting, the line delivery, all that shit was completely different back then.
They were very stoic.
Yes. So this doesn't have that. So this absolutely does not feel like it's from its time. I don't believe I'm watching a movie from... one of you guys, I'm sure, know the year this takes place, right?
I don't know. Was it early 1900s, late 1800s? I guess
Late 1800s, yeah.
Okay, yeah. This does not feel like that.
Also, I really think it's funny that it's off topic that your background is from Young Guns 2, not Young Guns 1.
That's, you know why?
Oh shit, Buckshot George.
Yeah, because he's in there. Wait, where is
Yeah.
it?
Christian Slater too.
Because I went to save a bunch of pictures and they just kept being web files. So I said, fuck it. And I knew I clicked the wrong
Still
one.
though,
But
it's a fucking great picture.
I said, I hope it works. And it just worked. So I was like, okay.
We're same universe, doesn't matter. I just thought that's funny.
Yeah, but that doesn't bother me that this doesn't feel like a period piece. I don't really, and plus, listen, when you have a cast like this, you're not going to believe this really took place in 1801 or whatever it is. You know, like,
If they made it now, they would. Like, this would be like a high art, like, fucking, like, all right, act like you're really in there. Like, they're not going to be shouting one-liners and cheering, yeah! Like, none of that, yeah.
yeah, but that doesn't obviously hurt it. No one on Earth seems to care, right? So, yeah, no, it's cool that way. It's like a fusing of two worlds that really blends well together.
1878. I just looked it up.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that long ago.
So, what do you guys feel about the overall story here? What do you think of Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid? Is he perfect?
Oh, this is another perfect example of, you can say, I can't imagine anyone else playing this role. Obviously, other people could have, but after, seeing this 50 million times, I truly can't imagine anyone else playing that. His fucking combination of brashness, cockiness, just the laughter, all of that stuff. It's perfect.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
so fucking cocky and sure of himself and gung-ho and just ready, just a fucking wild child ready to do anything.
Yeah, absolutely, perfectly said, Chris. He just his devil may care attitude. Normally, in like a movie like this, you would be like, "Oh, that's fucking preposterous! Like, no way he's gonna be acting like that." Like, there's the literal army and a bunch of bounty hunters outside a house shooting at you, and you're gonna act.
And he loves it.
Yeah, he fucking loves it, and he thinks that he can take them all out. He thinks that they're
He's basically like, we got him right where I want him.
Yeah, like no, we have the upper hand, not them.
Right.
Like, how would this end well for you? I don't get it.
Well, even the final move at the end, like we said, we're gonna be jumping around on this, so just so the
Let's save the end for.
Okay, save the end
because that's the crescendo.
Yeah, all right, yeah. But even like the scene when he goes and kills Sheriff Brady, he's just walking up behind him, doing his little skip. He's like skipping, and then he does the fucking throws his hat, and then takes the sheriff's own guns out of his holsters. I'm like, that's insane. Like, they would never have like he just can't see anybody else being able to pull, especially like his body movement, like any of that. Like, I can't see any other. And that's the weird thing. Like, Emilio Estevez is like, I love him as an actor, but he just has this weird like charisma, because in some things he seems like so serious, and he has a very serious looking face.
He does. Very serious.
But in so many things,
especially in Mighty Ducks 2, dude.
Yeah.
He was serious as a heart attack.
Yeah. But in so many things, especially like the 80s, he just has this like secret charisma that just comes out like so easily, and he fucking loves it. Like in this one, Billy the Kid loves being Billy the Kid.
Yep. He loved being who he was in Men at Work.
Yeah.
He just loved that role. I wonder if that's why they made him shoot people with a BB gun in that movie. I wonder if there's a reference to Billy the Kid.
Oh, that has to be. What year was Men at Work? 90?
87. So it must be a reference to this.
Men at Work was
No, it was
97?
not. It was 90.
Oh, I was going to
Was
say.
it 90?
Like,
Wow, you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Chris is the numbers guy.
Yeah, but got every fucking movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine you committed that to memory.
Yeah.
That'd be a good commentary.
I will say I was a little let down that Charlie Sheen was off so quick.
I'm glad you said that. If you can put yourself back in the time when you first saw this, were you disappointed how quickly Charlie Sheen, quote Charlie Sheen, was killed off out of all of them? Was it kind of weird? It was for me, yes.
Yeah, no question.
But when I watched the movie and take into account all the characters and how their story arcs play out, it doesn't bother me at all anymore. But it is kind of odd considering back at that point, he was the most celebrated actor, I would say, out of all of those, except Well, him and his brother, I would say probably, because his brother had been in the whole Brat Pack movies, Breakfast Club, all that shit.
And Kiefer hadn't really hit it yet because 87.
He did Lost Boys.
Oh yeah,
He
but that
did
was
Stand By Me and Lost Boys. But
Yeah.
Lost Boys, this was filming when Lost Boys came out. So
yeah.
It's hard to believe he was that before he was this.
he was only 21 in this.
Yeah, like
21. He looks 40.
I actually I forgot that Stand By Me was before this. Wow.
Yeah, 86. Yeah.
Yeah, holy. Well, it's funny because once we get to the end, I have a Stand By Me reference.
Wow. Oh, like Chris Chambers?
No. Well, we'll get there when we get
When
there.
he said, "Suck my fat one," you cheap dime store.
Dime store hood.
Yeah, when Billy the Kid said that before he shot the guy in the head. It's like my fat one, you cheap dime.
I think he did say that at the bar.
Oh, I love that part of the bar.
That was
It's so good.
very
Yeah,
good.
Charlie Sheen, total letdown. I'll be transparent here. I'm the asshole of the show.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, when I saw it with Young Guns 2, I don't ask why. Maybe not the right friends. Maybe they didn't strike me like they did you at 13. I never watched it again until yesterday.
Young Guns?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I've seen this movie probably 50 to 60 times.
Yeah, I make it a
Not
point
a
to
lie.
watch it at least once a year.
I have a friend who I became friends with in 7th grade when this movie came out. His name's Dan Bird, and I'm still friends with him to this day. When it came out on video, he told me, he said, "You have got to go rent that. It is amazing." So it's only because of him that I watched that movie.
yeah, but I don't have a Dan Bird.
He and I still bond over this movie to this day in texting.
That's great.
Yeah, I wish
Guess
I
you
had
could
that.
say you guys are pals.
Yeah,
I will get to that later.
pals. He's gonna carve pal into your tombstone. Or pals. Yeah, I didn't have that. So I watched this. I didn't know a single thing that was coming up. So I actually can tell you what it's like
Yes, you can tell us that.
to see Charlie Sheen die. And it's not good. I was very disappointed. I was like, oh gee, that's weird. I was excited to see him in the movie.
He's supposed to be like, I'm not saying this to be a little fucking, he's supposed to be the straight man. That's why.
Well, that didn't work out.
Yeah, you couldn't help yourself. You left. But yeah, he's supposed to be. That's why he's the one who gets put in charge. And so, because he's supposed to be. I mean, I don't think he's the greatest actor. I never really have. I mean, he's
Yeah,
awesome.
but the
in
charisma just pours off of him.
Yeah, right.
And so does cum.
It's just,
Dude, he just wanted to flip over the menu.
Yeah. Thank God he didn't go to the kids menu. Oh, he
I
did.
mean, yes.
He actually did with Corey Feldman.
Yeah, and with
Oh.
what's his name?
Cut.
Corey Haim. Yeah. As many times as I've seen this, I always, even every now and then, if I'll just like look up clips on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, where the hell is Charlie Sheen in this scene? And then I remember, oh yeah, he gets fucking dusted quick.
Too quick. And so does Terrence Stamp.
Well, that's because the fuck. Like, I don't think they had to kill Charlie Sheen right. That like. Look, they killed a couple of them off, but not till the very end. He could have been at the very end too. Like, there's no reason why they shouldn't have, because this movie, believe it or not, doesn't exactly follow a accurate historical. Not at all.
It was more for just fun and entertainment.
Exactly, which is fine.
When Zod gets killed, he has to get killed, obviously to set.
But that sets up the rest of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a shame. But what was I going to say about Charlie Sheen? The reason Charlie Sheen actually had to die, not that he had to, but the reason he did is because it had to be established that early on in the movie that Billy the Kid's going to run the show. But he could have done what they said, and he said, you guys, I'm sure know the quote. He says something like, after we're done with this, me and you are going to have it outside, and we're going to figure out who's leading this crew.
Yeah.
Like, they could have done something like that, and maybe he just winged him or something, and then Charlie Sheen went down, then he came to help, and he goes, all right, are we done, and blah, blah, and then Charlie Sheen just could have had a bandage on his arm, the way, what's-his-name had it on his hand. They could have done that, and then Charlie Sheen could have been in more of the movie, but I think
I think we're at the scene here where he's about to get dusted.
Yeah, that guy, what is he, invincible? Who shoots this guy? And who shoots people from a toilet bowl?
Imagine getting shot in the chest from a guy in the shitter.
Yeah, the guy shooting him from a shitter. Why was that guy so invincible? Is he like historically known as one of the greatest gunmen of the West? I'm sure he was, but
they say that in the movie. They say that he's
killed more people than the Scarlet Fever or something.
Yeah, something like that. But they say I think he's the one. They say he was in the army and then he left and became a bounty hunter or something like that. So it's assumed, yeah. But even at that, but he's an old fuck. So how would he be as as feared as they are making him out to be?
Was he one of the guys at the end too?
No, I assumed that he ended up dying when they just like endlessly shot the outhouse while they were running away. Yeah.
Wow, can you imagine if Demon died that way in Friday 5? If Jason kept shooting the shitter he was in?
Those goddamn enchiladas.
This shit box is gross.
Yeah, did this guy say that when he was in there? I think I heard him say that. And I think I heard him going, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Bitch, you're gonna get it.
No, you gotta get it, bitch.
Oh, God. How'd you guys feel when Terrence Stamp was stamped out?
Well, let's talk about how good he was in this role first. I know it's not a huge role, but he's in it quite a bit for that first, 25% of the movie or so. I think he's fantastic. His line delivery, the way he carries himself, just everything, just the way even something so simple as the way he says, "Splendid," after Billy does all the reading, or they're passing the newspaper. Just everything. He's so calm, but yet so confident and just.
He's so competent.
Yeah, competent. Yes, that's a great term. Yes,
he makes when they give Billy the paper to read, and Billy turns out to be well read. He gives a little smirk, I'm this kid's special. I think it's just something odd about he knows that he can turn this kid. I guess these are all supposed to be wayward.
Well, he really gives the smirk at the table scene when they're like, "What'd you kill that man for, Billy?" And he goes, "He was hacking on me." And then they cut to Terrence Stamp, and he kind of looks down and smirks.
Yeah, and then Dirty Steve with that the gulp.
Yeah,
like it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
I like when they were before Billy the Kid read the newspaper. The other guy was like, "To host the annual to and then they were like, "Give me that newspaper."
You know, the real John Tunstall, who Terrence Stamp played, the real John Tunstall was only 24 when he was murdered. 24! And Terrence Stamp's double that in this movie, at least.
That's wild.
Wonder why they cast a guy that was 54.
I don't know. Well, probably, like you said, there's a lot of inconsistencies with the facts versus.
Plus, who gives a damn anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Plus, you also don't want to have
a guy leading a bunch of people to be 20 years old.
Yeah, he's got to be like a father figure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. It's actually weird that that's not the case. If there's any accuracy to this story, even getting the regulators together, I don't know. Listen, I don't know anything about this in real life or how accurate it was, or if Billy the Kid even was a regulator. I don't even know that if that's true. But I'm just saying, the fact that this may have happened in real life and it was all done by a 24-year-old and he was the paternal figure is very strange to me. So they definitely cast it properly.
Yes.
Who do you guys think is hotter, the Mexican chick or the Chinese girl that these guys try to marry?
Oh, you talking about the Mexican that Charlie Bowdry marries towards the end? China Doll is hotter. That Mexican chick is not attractive.
I'm going to betray my own thing. She was not attractive.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to give her that pass either.
Not that China Doll is some looker, but she's...
still a little bit better. But there are times that China Doll looked creepy as hell. And then she looked good when I think she ran into the building at the end.
She looks good at the end, when her hair's down and shit like that. She does look good then. Yeah.
And less crap on her face.
She doesn't have that kabuki makeup on.
Right, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
She looks creepy as hell sometimes.
Oh, she does. You're right.
Oh, just the way you said that.
Oh, I said that. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, the way you said it.
And she was
hell.
She was basically Murphy's whore, because when Doc danced with her at that bonfire, and then Murphy found out he was one of John Tunstall's men, he basically stopped it. And then someone told Doc, oh, it was Alex, the lawyer.
Yeah.
He told Doc that China Doll was, quote, house entertainment for Murphy. So we know what that means.
Yeah, and because her family's laundromat, I guess for lack of a better term, returned one of his linens in a bad way. So that was his version of payment.
I'd be like, how about you just get 2 free shirts, dude? My daughter? What are you talking about?
Was that like an American Psycho when he went to go pick up his sheets and they had that red shit all over him, and that Asian chick? They're arguing back and forth. He's like, Bleachy, did you just say Bleachy? And she's like, ah. That scene is fucking hilarious.
That's horrible. She was thrilled to be like his free whore because she had a purpose. And this horrible story, I hope is not true. In China, when there are floods, they just leave the girl babies to just get washed away. Like, what the fuck is going on in this world?
I think that's like an urban myth.
I really hope no scumbag loser would ever let his baby daughter be washed away in a fucking flood when you could just grab her.
Right.
That's the most insane thing I ever heard in my life.
But you want to talk about some more of the regulators? Like Charlie Bowdry?
Oh, yeah, let's go to somebody else.
Yeah. So Casey Shamashko, a.k.a. Charlie Bowdry, what do you think about him, his performance?
I thought he portrayed a naive kid good.
Yeah, I actually, the last couple of watches, especially going into this review for this one, I kind of think he is almost, I know, Alex, you had kind of pointed out in the text that you think Chavez is kind of like, would you refer to him as like the heart, kind of?
I would agree with that, too.
What, with Chavez?
Yeah.
I was going to say this time, I feel like it's kind of a little bit...
the spirit?
A little bit. Well, the Chavez, yeah, for eventually, because he has the whole...
But they do give Charlie a lot of places, not Charlie Sheen, Charlie Bowdry, a lot of scenes to shine in this movie, though.
I noticed that. Like,
no pun intended. They get a lot of scenes to sheen.
We're not talking about Charlie Sheen anymore.
Yeah.
Forget about him at this point.
But yeah, Charlie Bowdry, I think actually he gets a lot in this movie that I think a lot of people look over.
Yeah,
And,
even sorry to interrupt. Even just those scenes like when he goes to visit the prostitute and he just wants to hold her. That didn't need to be in the movie, but they included it.
No.
So they saw something in that character that they wanted to include more of that stuff in the movie.
That was his mom who did that, you know.
Supposedly.
Or
well,
even
you don't think?
Well, they don't allude to that in the movie.
Or even when they're talking about they're given the description of like what they're officially like being hunted and now they're outlaws or whatever, and then it talks about, oh, now we're gonna hang, and then Billy starts going into what happens when you hang, and then Doc has to interrupt him, and he's like, I don't think Charlie needs to hear about that right now.
Oh yeah,
but,
that's
like,
right.
And then just the look on Charlie's face though, and he's like this when Billy's describing all this fucked up shit, you're like, he's just like this scared kid, and you feel for him, like.
But rewind when they're at that bonfire before John Tunstall gets killed, and Murphy sends his guys over to like bump the shit out of John Tunstall when they walk past.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, excuse me. And then Charlie immediately walks in. He's like, you and I, takes his jacket off, beats the living shit out of that guy,
Fucks him
and then
up.
starts bouncing around like a rabbit after the guy's already fucking careened over.
Yeah, like that old 30s boxing thing they used to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyone else want some?
Right.
Yeah.
He's got his fists all balled up like
Yeah.
that. But dude, he fucking works that guy over.
Yeah. And I love his like friendship with Dirty Steve too. I like they're like a
Yeah.
like they go together basically. Like they can't have one without the other.
Right. Yeah, he was great. He got Dirty Steve.
Dirty Steve, yeah.
What do you think of him? Because he's a famous guy. He was in that new Scream movie.
Yeah.
What do you think about? I think he played a pretty authentic.
I love his character. He's always got that fucking chaw tobacco.
Yeah. Oh.
And that one scene when they're getting towards the end when him and Kiefer are sitting in like that spring or little like pool of water when they're sitting outside, you know,
Yeah.
when they're all sitting around talking
Yeah.
and they're like taking a bath. He's spitting in the water. Spent tobacco juice in their bathing water.
Ugh.
And they're running it through their hair.
Right.
It's also, I mean, I guess when, yeah, I was gonna say, I noticed something funny when he gets it at the end. I don't know if we want to, if I'm.
Oh, we'll wait.
Yeah,
I love his and Chavez's back and forth combative relationship through most of the movie, especially at the beginning. They fucking hate each other.
Oh my god!
Even at the end, or even the quote I gave
Mexican
earlier.
greaser, Navajo.
Yeah, I thought they were on different sides, like because I forgot everything. So when he said all that stuff, I was like, oh, these must be the rivals, but they're on the same team.
No, they just hated each other.
I was like, what the hell's going on here? And at the end, he even accuses him of bailing out on everybody.
Skinning out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you're fine. But I love him. He's hilarious during the peyote scene. He's just fucking shooting off his gun.
I'll be the asshole here and say that scene brings the movie to a screeching halt for me.
It's a lull of sorts.
When I watch that movie, I fast forward through that scene. I don't care about it at all.
It's in this whole movie. It's the best time to play on your phone for a little bit.
Go take a piss, make something to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you were to be watching it like on old school cable TV or something like that,
yeah, commercial breaks. Yeah,
and didn't just have to hit a button to skip through it.
His face paint though is badass.
Oh, it's awesome! It looks like he's in a fucking Swedish black metal band.
Kiefer Sutherland. I found his performance odd because I'm so used to him being an asshole and stuff that him playing a good guy was a little off brand for him or something, or was out of his element, I guess you could say, or whatever. I'm sure he was a good guy 50 times in his life, but for me, it was a little weird.
Really? Oh, okay. I don't know. I've never thought twice about it.
Well, yeah, because you grew up with us.
Well, that's true.
See, yeah, I have a whole nother perspective. So, but
yeah,
it didn't bother me. And I was actually, as it went on, I was excited to see what he could bring to a good person. I was like, okay, well, it's good to see him, branch out and do something else. So, and I was interested. He did a good job of being into this China doll and all this other crap. And he seemed like a level-headed guy, which he never is. In anything I've seen of him.
I'm glad you said that. That's what I was going to say like 30 seconds ago. He's like the, quote, level-headed guy out of all of them, trying to be rational, not fucking making stupid fucking decisions.
Yeah, he's the referee, basically.
Exactly.
The opposite of Billy the Kid.
Yes. And wait till you watch part 2. It's even more so until a certain point.
Yeah, he's always the one to say, I don't like this guy. So he is the polar opposite, because he keeps saying he don't like Billy the Kid. Like, even when Billy the Kid says, yeah, Doc loves me, they cut right to Doc saying, I don't like him at all.
Right.
But it's funny that they all feel an obligation to go. It is kind of bizarre, right? Like, if this was real, it's really batshit crazy. Because why would you feel an obligation to just go along with a lunatic who's surely going to get you all killed? What's the obligation? Is it just avenging
John Tunstall's death? Yeah, I think that's the meat, the bones of it. Yes,
but you have to do it together, I guess. And this is the only but they all wanted to do it a different way. They all wanted to do it through deputized.
Yeah, because originally it was supposed to expose the Santa Fe ring and have the law was supposed to step in and do its thing. But Billy is obviously, unhinged as he is. He's like, nah, we're doing this fucking dirty. Like,
yeah, because he's supposed to go serve that warrant to Henry Hill, the badass.
yeah, Henry Hill.
Oh, wow. Was that before or after he met Tommy?
That is funny that they're both Henry Hill. But he fucking blows him away, then shoves the warrant in his mouth and says, by the way, you're under arrest. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
What was the point of being deputized? Why did they even... Oh, probably because of Charlie Sheen. Like, he said, okay, so we're going to do this the right... Because he was still leading at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where they they fucked up. Like, not like in the movie-wise, I mean, as a character-wise. That's where Dick, as he's called, fucked up is by making Billy be the one to go in there because Billy ain't gonna do fucking the legal thing. He's gonna shoot you right down. Like,
Yeah, why do you send Billy in there?
yeah.
It kind of annoys me the way Charlie Sheen's character says Billy in this movie. He's like, Billy, Billy, Billy.
What about you, Billy?
It just sounds kind of forced. I don't know. Maybe
it's funny.
I'm just not used to hearing him talk like that, I guess.
Well, it's funny because he's like, yeah, he's trying so hard to do like the Western accent as you would find in these movies. But the only other person who's doing like an accent is Dirty Steve. But that's because, but I buy it from him, like
Because he's chewing his mouth.
Yeah, because the chew in his mouth makes the most sense. But yeah, he's the way. Hey Billy, what about you?
No, listen, Charlie Sheen's an amazing actor.
He was great in The Wraith.
That Major League,
Beyond the Law.
Above the Law.
Beyond the Law, where he's a biker.
I actually want to see that.
You've never seen it?
I've seen the cover, and I was like, I actually kind of want to see that.
I haven't seen it in 30 years. It used to be on HBO all the time. I can't wait to rewatch it at some point.
Yeah, it reminds me of that other movie with what's his name, Brian
Bosworth.
Stone Cold.
They came out within like a year or two.
Stone Cold's fucking awesome.
A Charlie Sheen movie that was always on HBO in the 90s was this weird movie called Cadence, where he was like in the army or something.
Cadence? Oh, but it was from the 80s,
Eight
though, right?
balls on his hands. Oh, was it really?
I've never seen it. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, I've watched that movie like 25 times.
Really?
Never heard of it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, it came out in 1990, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess I got into him because, Major League and everything. And Hot Shots and all that stuff. So when I saw that and it was on HBO all the time, I watched it. It's the weirdest movie. I mean, you should watch it once in your life.
Oh wow, his dad's in it too.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Watch it once in your life.
I'll absolutely add that to my list.
Yeah. So I was always into Charlie Sheen. I can't say I followed him much. Like once he did 2.5 Men, I was kind of like,
oh yeah, I never watched that. I was
kind of done with that. Yeah. Apparently he's great, but whatever.
What do you think about the scene where McCloskey, the guy who was Murphy's ex-boy, comes and joins their gang, and John Todd lets him, come in and be part of the gang?
Yeah, why would you let one of Murphy's boys in your thing? Because
Tunstall's just a nice guy.
So they get to the part where they're out in the desert and Billy fucking kills it. They get into it, or how's that whole scene start?
He calls him a traitor.
So two of
but what, that's what it was. The look,
they get the two Murphy guys, and then he looks at him, and then Billy catches it.
Right, because he's like Charlie Sheen makes him like shake hands or whatever, and he's like, "I'm sorry, McCloskey," and he pauses and he goes, "I'm sorry I didn't sniff you out sooner, you goddamn traitor," and fucking blows him away,
dude.
They obviously never explained this. Do you think he was a spy, or do you think he really did defect from Murphy and want to be part of their gang?
I think I always figured Billy was right and he was a spy.
See, I always thought the opposite, and Billy was just a loose cannon and blew him away for no reason, basically.
Yeah.
Not no reason.
I believe in Billy the Kid.
But I always believed McCloskey's side.
Alex, can we start hashtagging that? I believe in Billy the Kid.
Yeah, I believe it. What would Billy the Kid do?
Then all fucking hell breaks loose, and the other two Murphy guys try to ride away. Chavez whips out that knife, goes right into that guy's back. I love that noise it makes when he throws it. Yeah. It's so.
And then when he collects it later, he pulls it out his back, and then he wipes it on the guy's jacket.
He wipes it on his stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. It reminds somebody just did that. Who just killed somebody and then wiped it in their hair?
Oh, Warriors when he throws the knife into his wrist. Yeah. But it's the 4K fucking did a great job of showing that headshot. Like that the effects on this are actually really good.
You're talking about the back of his head?
Yeah,
I'd never noticed that part before until last night.
Yeah.
The whole back of his head's blown out.
Yeah.
They used meat to do that. Chopped meat.
Oh, did they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sick. I love Doc though. He gets the fucking blood all over his face, and he's just like, "What? What just happened?"
He's fucking shocked. Yeah, he doesn't even know what's going on.
He's like, "Whoa!"
Doc is shocked.
And then they kill, they kill all Murphy's guys, and Billy goes, "Court adjourned."
Mm.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then when he stares at him laying in the river like that is so awesome, dude.
Because you can kind of tell. Because even though he agrees with Billy that he might have been a traitor, he's like, "You knew he was acting weird." But I feel like him looking at that body is like being like, oh, what have we just done? Kind of look.
Right.
He looked at that body the way he looked at Ray Brower at the bottom of the hill. He was knocked out of his keds.
That's still haunting. That's still haunting when they show that close up of Ray Brower's face and his eyes are just fucking like they're there, but they're seeing nothing. It's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't that weird? You're seeing nothing.
Yeah, it's wild. I like the little emotional moment they give to Chavez's character when he tells a story about his mom and baby sisters getting slaughtered. Like that's some acting right there, man. Like that's intense the way he's delivering that little mom.
Like in an 80s movie, or especially for this, that could have been very corny. But he delivers it like,
oh my god,
it's so like especially what he talks about. His mom was cut from her
basically from her crotch to her
to her neck.
Yes,
and then he said the baby sisters were stomped with their
so the army could save bullets.
It's fucking crazy, and you know that shit really happened in real life. Too.
Oh yeah, of course it did.
Fucking haunting,
dude. Human beings are
garbage.
We're terrible. If it's for power or for money or for just you're a fucking psychopath who just gets off on that shit,
yeah. It's not about race, not political sides, nothing. Human beings, all of you are scum, and all any of us can do about it is try to control ourselves. I guess we all have these animal instincts in us or whatever, and in history we have let that out, and it is scary. Mm-hmm. Even in this movie, like what they did to Terrence Stamp, like you're gonna blow a guy away because you guys want a little bit more money.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
all this shit, right? Like he has to die just so you could own this too. Like we have no souls, half of us. It's crazy, dude. It's scary, and that's why. So how do you feel about that? So let's juxtapose. I can't say the word. The Murphy guys to Billy the Kid. Now, is Billy the Kid a lunatic scumbag for going about this the way he did, or is it justified? I really don't think I guess he's like an anti-hero, but he's kind of just a hero, but I don't know.
Well, at one point, I forget who, I think it might be Doc who yells at him saying that he's not Robin, or like this is whatever, and you're not Robin Hood, like. And you can tell Billy kind of thinks that's his mentality. He's like the Robin Hood mentality. Like
he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Exactly, yeah. Because then even when they talk to McSween, the lawyer, and they throw down their badges, he even says he's like we kill 11 more of these guys, and the president's gonna have to start wondering why they're sending the troops after us. He's gonna have to start looking in. That's how we do this kind of thing. Like he's so justified in himself that the right way to do this is just by fucking killing these guys. Like,
but he also almost had no answer. He's like, I don't know, attention, I guess. I don't know.
You can tell he also loved the fucking attention.
Right.
At least this version of Billy the Kid. I don't know too much about the real one.
Well, think about it like this. We're all normal today, right? But let's just say for whatever reason, we could go death wish on a certain group of people. Let's just say for whatever reason, someone in our family was attacked by a pedophile or something, right? So you suddenly become a vigilante and you start trapping these guys online and you tell them to meet you somewhere and you start fucking going up behind these guys and putting a knife in their throat, cutting their heads off, shooting them, whatever you have to, with a silencer, whatever you gotta do. And you kill like 45 of these guys. Would you think you're doing anything wrong?
No.
No. And wouldn't you have fun doing it at some point? Wouldn't you get so much satisfaction the more you do? Like, there is something to that. There is something to the vigilante justice kind of thing. I'm not exactly against it. I don't really think there's anything wrong with it. Sometimes death is the only thing that people deserve. They shouldn't be brought in to jail, because Murphy would have got him off anyway.
But yeah, exactly. They would.
So that's why Billy the Kid had no choice, right? Some people need death.
Yeah, and all these guys are terrible. Like, especially like I love when he goes to kill Sheriff Brady, and he wounds him and he gets him on the ground, and then Brady's going to grab his rifle off the ground, and then Billy just steps on the rifle, and then the look on Sheriff Brady's face is like, oh no, like I've lost this, and then the look on his face like I'm dead, and then when he's the POV reap the whirlwind and then blows his head off, like fucking like but that's a like like I think this with like corrupt people, like I think they should be fucking brought out and beaten to death by the fucking public who they fuck over every day.
I would love to do what he said, reap it, or whatever he said.
Yeah, reap the whirlwind. That's why that's why I love Punisher, because he's that's like it's basically
that's
that.
his
it's
whole
like,
thing. Yeah.
You're guilty, you're dead. That's it. Because I actually heard a good quote about that too that I thought of while watching this movie was, "Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent." So think about all the people's lives who would have been fucked up had none of these Murphy men had Tunstall's men gotten revenge on Murphy's men.
Oh God, they just get to do whatever they want.
Exactly. There would have been a million more of the Chinese ladies getting taken and used.
That's why we all gotta love Paul Kersey.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's amazing. And watch him in 3 and 4, guys.
Well, that's my car.
I'm going to put a car outside this building, and whoever goes near it has to be blown away.
Use it as bait.
It's been a minute since I watched any of those. I gotta go back.
Dude, I watched them all in one day.
It's awesome.
That's wild. I've watched them all in one weekend, but not one day.
What was there, 5?
Yeah, don't bother with part 5, though.
5's a little bland, and it's
It's just boring.
Is 5 the one with the soccer ball?
Yes.
I don't remember that part.
It's a soccer ball that rolls up on the guy's driveway and blows up in front of his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know how I know that.
It's a very weird scene.
Oh, it's very weird.
Bronson was just an old man when that came out. Like, he was like 74 or something like that. He was basically there as like
it's a paycheck.
A set piece.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't doing a lot of the killing and shit. He was just there.
Well, I mean, what is it, standing there, shoot up? He can't pull a trigger? I mean, what killing is he doing? He's not like Steven Seagal here.
That's true.
He's just pulling the trigger. But, there's a lot of ways to look at all this, and obviously a lot of people resonate with a character like Billy the Kid. Otherwise, why would this make $45 million? There's more people willing to be vigilantes than you could imagine.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Oh, God. If I could make a career out of it, I would. So how about, let's get to the scene where Billy the Kid overhears a guy in a bar talking to a Spanish chick about how he's going to blow away Billy the Kid. Because I love for inflation. What do you think $200 was worth today? Do you think it's like 2,000? Is that it? Or do you think it's like...
I'll tell you right now. So it says 200. It just rounded it to 200. $200 in 1870. It says, so basically at the same time, is worth approximately $5,200 today.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, right?
That's $5,000 to get you a couple of new guns.
So how do you feel about that scene with that guy with the weird hair?
That's great. That guy's so fucking arrogant and cocky.
He reminded me of a discount Sam Elliott.
Oh, I can totally see that. He
the
does. You're
mustache,
right.
Yeah,
he does. He looks like a little younger Sam Elliott. Yeah.
Yeah.
What should have been Sam Elliott? It would have made a movie even better.
Now you're a testy little cuss, ain't you?
Okay, you could touch my gun, I guess, little fella.
He's like, well, I'm leaving, but if you could tell me what he looks like, I'll be on the lookout and come back and let you know if I see him. He's like, well, he's a good-looking kid, has a way with the women, dresses like a dandy and a left-hander. People say he's fond of whistling sad ballads. And then Billy...
He looks in the mirror.
Hey, I see him! And the guy turns and looks, and Billy's looking at his own reflection, and that guy's like, all right, you little fuck, basically.
Still ignores it. Doesn't even get what he's doing. Then he starts whistling.
Oh, that's great. He turns and starts fucking whistling.
Amazing. I also love, though, when they peer over to Doc, Steve and Chavez at the table, they each take out a weapon because they're like, what if this goes south kind of thing.
I love how he emptied the bullet out of his gun when he held it.
I love how they show that real subtly, him emptying the bullets, or the gun
So
out.
good.
And that guy was going to kill him. He pulled the fucking trigger.
Yeah.
How do you love the, I guess in wrestling they call it a no-sell. Or
kayfabe.
Yeah, like, he gets blown away in a bar. and absolutely nobody even raises an eyebrow.
No, nothing.
Like, is there a reason for this? Like, I'm sorry. I know we're living in the wild, wild west here, but a guy was just murdered, a customer that you were just having a conversation with that you seemed to enjoy, that Spanish girl, and even she didn't seem to care, right? Or am I crazy?
She was actually, when Billy was being his little, like, facetious self, she was getting it. She was smiling during it. She thought he was hilarious.
Now think about that. That was basically 150 years ago. And to see a guy get shot dead in a bar or in the streets was really not that big a deal. And that's not a long time ago in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, it also still kind of doesn't really
I mean, there are people alive right now that are over 100 years old. And that was 150 years ago. So it's not that long ago, really.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that this time period existed in real life. Like,
it seems like hundreds of years ago.
Legit.
What I love about these times that I don't know who addresses it in these reviews, but how amazing that every single guy has a gun.
Yeah, everyone
and like on them.
Yeah.
And they're kind of free to shoot them. I would be in such trouble, seemingly, even if a guy entered my house and I shot him up. His family would still go after me in court. And I could lose everything. But here, during these times, you could just shoot guys in the street, in bars, whatever.
Over nothing.
For nothing, yeah. And it's like...
Half the time, these guys are boozed up. Like...
Right.
Like, and 90% of these were just... Yeah, were over, like, card games because people were drinking and had guns on them, like, and tempers.
Back then, if a guy entered your house, I'd be like, oh, yeah? Entered your house? Yeah, he was going to come after me and my kids. All right, well, good job, good shooting. And they would just take him out and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
I just looked up the oldest current living person. She is 116 years old.
Holy
So
fuck.
that means she was born like basically 30 years after the events of this film.
That's wild.
That means her parents were alive during this shit.
Yeah. Holy fuck. Do you guys think you would have fared well during this time period? Like, if you'd, like...
No.
Yeah, I would have got shot.
I wouldn't have.
Listen, I would love to say I would have been Billy the Kid.
Oh, Ghoul would have been.
Yeah, we should say, who are we out of this, regulators? I'm probably Charlie Sheen, sadly, so I wouldn't last long.
You get shot in front of shithouses.
Like, I would try to keep things contained and, like, everybody doing the right thing, probably. I'd be like, all right, come on, we're deputies now, let's get these guys. And then Chris would probably be Billy the Kid and fucking just
right.
Oh, dude, you would be blowing these motherfuckers away. You wouldn't give a shit about anything. And then I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, Chris? I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, God. And then the Ghoul would be like Chavez, probably.
I'll take it.
Him or Charlie. You're a little blend.
I could see Ghoul being Charlie Boundary.
Yeah, I have a bit of a soul.
But he's a bit of an old soul, so he's kind of a hybrid of the two guys.
I'm not even saying this to try and make myself sound like the cool Ghoul or something, but a while back, I think I might have either been watching this or I was watching a Western, like...
When you drank peyote?
I'll go back to that after. But I was watching, it was either this or Tombstone or something, and one of my sisters was like, I could really see you, like, existing and thriving during this time period.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Oh, I could see it. You'd look great in a cowboy hat, dude.
You really... Can you buy one?
You know what?
Do you have a 20-gallon hat on hand?
I should. I actually, you know what? Fuck, I probably could.
I could put you in one in AI.
Why? I already did. I say you already did for the the action movie show.
Ghoulie Muppet.
The Ghoulie Muppet. That too. That picture of Ghoulie Muppet is horrifying. It's like nightmare fuel. Back to the peyote thing. Have you guys ever tried any like hallucinogen type like stuff like that?
No, I'm not from Halloween Kills. No. Your dad used to make us peyote.
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever would either.
So you've had it, Chris?
No. I've never done any kind of a hallucinogen before.
Yeah, me neither. I'm too afraid.
Yeah, I'd have to be like contained to like one space with like no like sharp.
Right, you'd have to lock me in a room.
Yeah,
and even then, I might run my head into a wall, so I probably wouldn't even
jump
trust
out
myself.
a window or something.
I'm content being a weekend alcoholic. That's all I need.
I'm content being a functioning alcoholic. I'm on brand too, drinking whiskey tonight, like I always am for the podcast. But those motherfuckers are guzzling it back in this movie.
Yeah, they're all drinking. I wonder what they're drinking. I wonder what they all had back then. But
I feel like whiskey was like the drink of choice back then.
I like how after
Just
Billy
the
blows
season.
after Billy blows that guy away at the bar, he goes, "Hey Doc, how many does that make? 25?" Doc goes, 5. And he goes, "We'll call it 10 even." He just wanted to inflate his numbers so bad because he was eating up that press, the newspaper shit. He loved. I like how they wrote that story about Billy the Kid, but they put Charlie Sheen's picture or his drawing, I guess.
Yeah.
and they said he was left-handed, and the reason Billy the Kid wasn't left-handed, the reason they said that is because back in those days when they would take pictures, it would be inverted or reversed, whatever you call it. And yeah, so he was always holding the gun in the wrong hand.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it's fake. And that's why they make that joke in this movie. He goes, "I ain't left-handed."
This is a little moment, but I really like the camera effect of when he shoots Sheriff Brady. The first person he shoots him, and it's like the POV, and then the bullet goes off to be the camera of him getting his portrait taken.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Right. A very famous composer scored this movie. The same guy who did Titanic. So James Horner is insanely successful. He will never work another day in his life just from Titanic, but he does. And he also scored Commando, if some people don't know that.
Yep. When
they saw the movie with his score, they hated it. They're like, "Oh, this sounds like some Irish." The tone of his thing was just completely wrong, and they scrapped all his work. Now, I'm sure he was paid and whatever, but they didn't care. They said, "No, this has to have a different sound," and Ghoul go from there.
I shouldn't say I don't think this movie works without the score that it has. I think if this movie had, because I didn't know that about James Horner doing the score for this originally.
Yeah.
I don't see, I don't think that would have been a bad choice. I don't think this movie is as impactful if it's not the score from those other two guys who you named earlier. I don't think, I think this score, they made the right call by taking that James Horner score out, because I just can't see anything besides this. And then, especially if you get to part 2 and they have fucking Bon Jovi doing music for it too, like it just shows you that's the vibe that they meant to capture with this.
The rock and roll vibe.
Exactly. Like that's
just like you said, this is cut like an MTV video.
Yeah, exactly. Like James Horner is too serious for this type of.
Oh, he's perfect for Titanic. Somehow he worked out for Commando. Perfect for that. But not this, and that's fine. Look, Chris, there's the scene with the Timu Sam Elliott.
Man, he does really look like Sam Elliott a lot.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Look at that chick, though. Wow, look at her rack, dude.
I just looked at her right when you said that. I never really paid attention to her because I'm always looking at the guy. She's kind of hot, man.
The guy?
I do.
Oh, man, I'd be all over her, dude. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, James Horner did the score for Aliens, too. That's right.
Oh, wow, really?
That's a fantastic score, too. But, again, still would not have worked for Young Guns, like, knowing his, take on the source material.
Well, Titanic kind of has an Irish
That's what I'm thinking of.
Right?
I'm hearing that in, like... Yeah, I'm hearing that in my head, thinking of over this movie, and I'm like, doesn't work.
It works for Titanic, I guess, because the Titanic was built by 1,500 Irishmen.
Especially when they're in the base, or all the scumbags in Titanic, or the poor people are down with their little dance jig
scene. They dance on the tables and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, that's a period piece that takes itself seriously. This one isn't, so...
Right. This is too fun to have James Horner.
Exactly.
I like how they wedge in the little scene here with Pat Garrett coming up to Billy the Kid, because, Alex, I know you don't know this, Pat Garrett plays a huge role in part 2.
No, I know what he does.
Well, okay.
Unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and I heard things before I revisited.
Different actor, though. They recast it.
Why? Do you know or no?
I don't know why they recast it, but, I mean, other than Billy the Kid, I would say Pat Garrett is the main character of the movie. As far as the non-Young Guns characters, yeah. Because it's him chasing Billy the Kid basically for the whole movie.
Yeah, it's the guy from The Life and Times of L.A.
Yep. And Manhunter, CSI.
Yeah, Manhunter is great. But also this one, especially at the narrative or like the narration at the end, it's told completely like like I don't think they intended to have a sequel with this. Obviously not.
No way.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, this is a very finite movie. Like,
right. They definitely messed that up. They should have said, yeah, but how would you know?
Right, exactly. Like,
how could you know? You know, it's like Superman 1. They had no idea they were doing part 2.
Get out of here.
All right, so where do we want to start with?
Well, they basically
they have to go back to protect the guy.
Yeah, they get duped into going to Alex, what's his last name?
Alex McSween. Yeah, McSween. Yeah, Pat Garrett.
Pat Garrett tricks them into going to McSween's house.
Yep.
Just to lure them all there, and then once they're all there, every fucking Murphy's men shows up. Murphy's men show up. John Kinney, who is like the famed bounty hunter, I guess back then, him and his men show up. The fucking army shows up. They are surrounded.
And the army shows up on the second day. That's the thing.
Yes.
The thing. They get into an active shootout on the first day with just Murphy's men and fucking the bounty hunters, and they still fucking can't like get in on them.
What do you guys think of the standoff?
It's
God!
I think the shit is.
I fucking love it.
It is a fucking pretty goddamn intense. Like the minute you see them all show up, and you're like, oh fuck! Like, is it during? Oh yeah, Charlie. That's when that's towards after the.
So they get surrounded, and they're all basically just like, what are we doing? What are we gonna do? And Billy, you can see his wheels turning, and he looks out the window, and he goes, "Hey, Pappin, I see you got Charlie Crawford with you." And he goes, "Yeah," and he raises up, boom, one shot, fucking drops that dude. "Hey, Pappin, Charlie Crawford ain't with you anymore."
That is probably my favorite line in this movie.
It's so dope, dude. It's amazing.
Oh my god, I love that. That is so good. I love that moment so much because and of course, he gets it over on him. That gives him even more confidence. Like, yep. I got these motherfuckers.
And that gives the people outside more reason to be like, we're not, these aren't fucking, nobodies we're fucking around with.
Yeah.
This guy's a killer.
It's weird that they turned the house into Swiss cheese and not one person was shot, though. That is a little weird. You would think somebody would take it in the shoulder.
One bullet.
Right, one. Yeah. And you would think they'd have, what would they have shot, 1,000? Between all of them, right? Like let's just say how many people were there? Quick numbers, 30,
40, 50, 60, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say once the
army gets there.
Yeah, once the army gets there, and they have that fucking Gatling gun. Why didn't they just use
the Gatling gun, dude?
That is, yeah.
They use it on one fucking guy.
One fucking guy. It's so fucked.
And they save that to that part. Why wouldn't they just aim that on the second floor and just go left to right, left to right, left to right?
Exactly, yeah. I think, again, this is actually the other thing I love about this movie too, is that they don't do like the realistic approach in the sense that, oh man, we're running out of ammo. These guys have the infinite ammo cheat is on. I love it. Like they're never, they are all like, they do, but they aren't like, oh, I'm running low. Like they're just like, boom, boom, boom. Like there's a couple of, Charlie has to reload his rifles in this one.
Yeah, you do see Charlie reload and also pick up another gun after the gun he's using runs out.
Yeah, but they don't ever say if that, like, again, if this movie's made now, they'd be like, oh, we're out of ammo. What do we do? That would 100% be the case. But I love that they were just like, nah, let's just fucking shoot all the bullets. Like,
yeah, where would they put all that ammo? And like even when they're traveling, like there's no big bag with ammo in it. Right?
No, that's why you got the belts with the what's it called?
Yeah, but that's not enough for this.
No, definitely not. But that's the illusion of like that's why like in any of those westerns that are similar to this, you give them the belt, you have like 20 rounds in it, and then you have like 10 missing to imply like, oh, like he does have to reload. But no, this movie doesn't do that shit, which I'm perfectly fine with.
What do you think about like the dynamic of the women being with them? Like that adds a lot more in the stakes, right?
100%.
And then
Especially
Charlie
since
getting married and leaving the girl and saying how he wants to go back to her.
That's kind of weird. The first you see of this girl is Charlie sitting next to her and draping his jacket around her, and then they're getting married.
yeah,
It's like, did he just see her and walk over to her and put his coat on and decide I'm going to marry this girl?
I feel like, I mean, again, the Defender coming in, I feel like he probably knew eventually that his life would catch up with him, so he was like a bucket list kind of thing. He
just wanted to get married.
yeah, and then be married for all of like, what, 4 hours?
She probably doesn't even know he's dead. To this day, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's like, where the hell did my husband, where'd that gringo go?
Gringo. Imagine if that's all it took. Oh my god, life would be so much easier. I'd be burning through jackets.
I like how after they start to set the house on fire to try to flush them out or smoke them out, they cut to Chavez and he looks around and then it shows him like quietly slinking down the stairs. So you're supposed to think, oh, well, I guess he's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. You know, he doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
So they show him quietly going down the stairs and leaving.
How could he have left and got horses when nobody's seeing him?
Well, it was also in a moment of chaos that he left.
Yeah, but isn't there somebody at every side of the house?
Apparently not in the back. They never show like the back side of the house.
Which is funny because they don't have the whole house surrounded, they just have the front.
No, get out of here. That's not true.
Well, that's the thing, we don't see the back
We
side.
don't know because they don't show the back.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
didn't pick
and
up on that.
that's to allow the escape of Chavez. That's the story point there. Like, or at least that's how I figured it.
That's pretty lame ass standoff formation. You don't even look at the back door.
Legit, yeah.
Even a cop when he goes to he gets people to go in the front. Even in Point Break, you know, he said,
Yeah. Yeah.
Utah, you get the whatever, and I'll do the front door. Like, who doesn't do that?
And then it shows Dirty Steve. He's like, "Where's Chavez? Where's Chavez?" He's like, "That dirty Mexican blah blah. He's skinned out on his blah." So again, you're supposed to think, well, he was a scumbag. He just, even though there's no way they were going to play it out that
Right.
way, but that's how they were trying to set it up.
Especially after he had admitted the night before about the knife. Many nights I had a knife to your throat.
Right.
And then he even, at one point too, they show it during this when they're sleeping during the first night during the standoff. He just sees Dirty Steve sleeping, like snoring, doing whatever, and then he like looks at him and just like is like, I again like could have done this,
Right.
but he kind of smiles like. But I love the fucking hype Charlie up scene though when he just fucking starts like, yeah, Charlie, yeah, and then he gets him.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's like,
he starts shooting people.
yeah, he just starts fucking blasting out there. I'm like,
But he just flips a switch and he's just standing there shooting everything he's got,
Yeah.
man.
I like though that they try and even get Alex McSween in on it, and he's like, "Unfortunately, I can't wield a gun. My life insurance policy."
His life insurance, yeah.
And it's still fucked up too, because when are we waiting to go up to like the final part?
We're to the part now where they start throwing all that shit out the windows.
Yeah, why are they throwing things out the window?
They're doing it because it's precious stuff to the wife. They're trying to salvage it for her. Yeah, and obviously for
To set up the trunk.
yeah, which is wild. Imagine if it landed on the
And it
lid.
opened up.
No, but imagine if it
No,
landed.
if it landed on the side to where he couldn't
on
open the
side,
fucking
he
lid.
couldn't open it up.
Like face down to where if he
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
opened the lid.
Yeah, imagine.
But I will say, the
Plan
first time
failed.
I saw this movie and that trunk came tumbling out and that music slowly kicks in, and then it shows
Slow motion.
It shows Dirty Steve. It cuts to Dirty Steve coming out the side of the house. He starts firing. And then it cuts back to that trunk, and it's
Yep.
fucking gun. Both hands. I just get chills all over my body every fucking time.
Every
I
time.
watch.
Even I was.
And I think if they wouldn't have used slow motion in that part, which for some reason a lot of people criticize, I think if they would not have used that slow mo, it wouldn't have been nearly as impactful for me.
No, you're absolutely right. I agree. Like every time, like I was watching clips of this on YouTube. I was in the shower after I got home from work today.
Oh, I
and
pull that scene up on YouTube all the time.
all the time. It every time I'm like, I hate the fact that like if you showed this movie to like a modern audience, they're like, oh, that's so corny. I'm like, nope, fuck you. That is awesome. That is like I get chills every time. Like and the moment with it crescendos with fucking Chavez coming back and Dirty
my
Steve
God.
gets like we're fucking like we got this.
Chavez! Well, no, he's shocked. That's why he's so excited.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we got a fighting chance now. Like, we can get out of this. Like, fuck you, the chase is on.
Just the way Billy comes up out of that trunk, just boom, boom. He's basically saying, fuck you, I'm right here. Take your best shot before I kill every one of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He's right there in the wide open, just fucking firing.
Yeah, like,
then,
he stands no chance, honestly, he has like 45 guys in front of him. He couldn't possibly, even being as good as he is, he couldn't possibly shoot them all with one bullet each. But here's the thing. So the slow motion thing, before we move on, when they were filming it, the guys, I guess the director, whoever, I don't know, whoever makes these decisions, producer, whatever, they thought slow motion would be corny in 88 to do. And they're like, nah, we don't want to do that kind of thing. We're just going to do it normal, blah, blah. We're not going for these movie effect type stuff. So what they actually had to do was, it's something called like step recording or something. So I assume what that means is, if I had to guess, being a guy who made a movie and stuff, it means that, I'm sure you guys saw the documentary for the making of Friday the 13th Part 2, and Ginny talks about the scene when Jason jumps through the window, how the camera speeds up, and every time she heard that sound, because she had to do it a couple times, it gave her anxiety and all that kind of stuff. You know, you have to film it at a faster frame rate.
Oh, to give it that look?
So when you put it in slow-mo,
yeah,
it captures every little movement. If you film it at the same frame rate as you do the whole rest of the movie, and then you put it in slow-mo, it's going to jump. It's going to have that jitter effect.
Gotcha.
So you have to have more frames per second in order to make slow-mo look smooth. So the reason, if you guys noticed, and I'm sure the Ghoul did on 4K, he wouldn't have missed this, those scenes looked a little more grainy than the rest of it, right?
yeah, it's definitely, for sure, yeah.
Because they filmed the film at a higher speed.
Oh, wow.
So that they could now put it in slow-mo.
Yeah.
That's why. So it's almost like filming real life, but they filmed the film.
Yeah, so it's like taking a video of a video.
So now it's downgraded.
Right. Well, it's funny because that actually also is in line. I've noticed this for a while, is when Dick gets shot, Charlie Sheen, when he falls in that slow-mo style kind of too. I don't know if you guys noticed that either.
I couldn't say I did.
I'll clip it and send it to you guys after. But he like when he falls after he gets shot, his is kind of in a weird slow-mo too, which is, I thought, was like an interesting choice. Yeah, as I say, must be this obviously the same thing. That's a cool fun fact to know.
Yeah, I knew we had you on the show for a reason.
Yeah, I try to throw something in there. All right, cool. So I'm sorry, what were you trying to say all that time?
No, I fucking love, especially now, Charlie's standoff. He gets a fucking awesome end. Like, if you could ever go out blasting and taking some fucking people with you.
Oh, and he got that one guy.
You got that guy who they were all scared of. Like
Tom Cruise?
One of them,
which I didn't know about. I didn't know about that cameo till like 10 years ago. I had never noticed it.
I didn't know about it until like I think a year or so ago when you told me.
Yeah, I stumbled upon it online. I read about it like 10 years ago, and I was like, "What? No way!" And I found that part in the movie. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's clearly Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you can tell
with
it's
just
him.
Sideburns and a mustache and a fucking hat on.
But
because they even slow-mo him getting shot and falling backwards.
Yeah. But yeah, Charlie's final stand is just so fucking awesome. I'm like, oh, this guy is just
I felt so bad.
I felt so bad too, but I'm glad that like he like ended up having that courage to kill like the one badass that
John Kinney.
That he was so afraid of. And I love that it's you and I, like, fucking boom.
And then he gets shot and you think, okay, he's gone. I just love how he rises up. Like his face looks like all maniacal and shit. He's like, that one fucking final shot, boom, takes him out.
And then he kind of dies with a smile on his face after.
Oh, he does, because he's like...
like, I got you.
It's weird because right before he finally lifts his hand up to pull that trigger, before that he was going...
I don't know how much longer I can hold this.
Hold this.
That's wild. That's a Terminator 2 reference, Chris.
I was going to say, I am totally lost.
I knew Chris would be...
Chris's face was just like...
No clue.
Yeah, Chris, you got to drop the inside joke. Hope to be a part of one someday.
Oh, yeah, I love inside jokes. Hope to be a part of one someday.
You were. We just cut your ass out of it.
God.
And then the other thing I noticed about, on this watch about Dirty Steve, is that so he gets on the horse with Chavez when they're about to leave, and then Chavez gets winged, and then he gets off to help him up, and he throws him onto the horse and tells him to get out of here, and then they just fucking pump him full of lead, and he he doesn't fight back, unfortunately, which makes me sad. But he dies and he falls into a puddle of mud, which is so funny for Dirty Steve. Like,
but when he goes Chavez, and it cuts to Chavez, and he's pulling those horses. That's another fucking goosebump all over my body. Yeah,
and then you hear him shouting "Regulators!"
Regulator! Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
And the thing is too, it's funny. Like they all get kind of fucked up too. Like Billy takes a.
Billy gets shot twice. He gets shot in the shoulder and then somewhere else.
Yeah, Doc
gets shot. Chavez gets shot, and then the others die. Obviously.
Yeah.
It was a weird ending for him to fall in that puddle of mud, but it really was a great origin of a band that eventually came out.
Maybe I'm the one who is a schizophrenic psycho. That's why they named themselves that. They were huge Young Gun fans.
Huge Dirty Steve fans.
Oh yeah, they're huge Dirty Steve fans.
And then you have the badass Reap It Murphy.
Reap It Murphy, you son of a bitch.
You got, that's great when he comes back out to put a bullet right between that dude's eyes.
And they fucking kill Alex McSween, who's holding the white flag, which means I surrender.
Surrendering.
And they fucking use the most insane gun to kill one guy.
On the one guy who's not armed.
Yeah, the one guy.
What are they, Jesse the Body Ventura?
Yeah, old painless.
They pump like fucking 100 bullets in him, 50 bullets.
Annihilated him.
It's ridiculous.
What was he going to do to them that they had to shoot him like that?
They were just there to kill.
Well, they were just pissed. Everyone else had escaped, so they were like, well, we got to kill somebody.
Legit. And I was going to say this kind of like backtrack, but when they let his wife go, and Jack Palance, like, it's funny, he's the villain of this movie, but they don't do enough with him.
No, they don't. He's not that much of a presence.
No.
He almost looks Asian in this movie, the way with his mustache.
He does
something
look very
about his
weird.
face. It's
he
weird.
Looks weird. But like when he's doing the thing, he's like, "Oh, please!" Like he's mocking his wife. He's like, "Oh, please, oh, Mister, whatever. Well, can you? Maybe there's something I can do to change your mind over in the tent over there." And he's like jumping around. I'm like, "Oh, this guy. He like the moments he's in when he has to be a prick, he's good. But they don't do enough with him, which is crazy because it's fucking Jack Palance."
And you are my number one.
Yeah, but then when he gets his, and then I love the look on his face when he gets the bullet in his head. Like he's like, like
yeah, that's great.
Such a fucking.
And then I just love how right then the movie's over. They kick they kick into the epilogue with Kiefer's postscript.
Yeah, the Stand By Me ending.
I was gonna recite his whole thing, but
dude.
Two reasons. I don't sound nearly as cool as he does when he reads it. And number two, I don't think I could get all the way through without getting choked up towards the end. When he's talking about Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
You have to play that whole.
Yep. So what is it? The whole thing where he explains what happened to everybody?
Yes. As soon as he starts talking after Billy kills Murphy, he starts by saying, "Advices from Lincoln report that Jose Chavez moved to California, blah blah blah," and goes through all. You have to play that whole part at the end. It's unbelievable. Well, I just love how they wrap up each character's arc and say what happened to him, and then Doc left the West for the East, blah, 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 taking his bride and her 14 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, he got the whole family back together. I would have said, fuck you. Would you want to be back with your family who sold you out for a t-shirt?
I don't know. I don't think they traded. I think he, like, forcefully, like, it's implied that he just, like, took her.
Okay. They couldn't say no. What would he have done?
Killed them.
Oh, okay. I guess you could do that to anybody, though, right? Like, you could walk in anyone's house and say, "Oh, listen, your daughter's hot. I'll kill you if you don't get rid of me."
That's what I mean. That's like back then that they could do that.
Yeah, I guess.
People fear death more than honor.
Advices report that sometime later, an unidentified person snuck in the graveyard and chiseled an inscription. The epitaph read only one word, "Pals." So that's what I was going to say earlier. My friend Dan Bird, who introduced me to this movie in 1989.
Don't tell me you chiseled that into his tombstone.
No, he's still alive, but every time we text... he lives in Memphis, which is like 3 hours from me, so I don't see him very often, but we text here and there. every time we text, which is only like once every few months, but we'll have like a good back and forth for like 10 minutes or so. We always end it by typing pals. It's the last thing we type.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I gotta say that the ending for this is always like, especially again, the score at this part is amazing.
Oh yes.
But as I say, the last time because I'm not trying to sound like whatever. I kind of have like a fairly large friend group. There's like, I don't know, maybe like.
Oh, Mr. Popular. Sorry, we're just losers on a podcast.
Try and tell Alex, you got to rebrand. You got to give yourself like a creature name.
I really do, because I apparently nobody wants to be my friend until I'm called like.
The creature under the bleacher. How about that?
The creature under the bleacher. And then we just call you Creature for short. But yeah, I this ending I think is perfect. But yeah, it just zips right into it right after all that action. Like you're like, holy shit. I fucking so good.
How many trunks are we throwing out the window?
Oh, there we go.
Let's do that.
Or how many trunks are we popping out of?
Something to do with the trunk.
No, this is trunks throwing out the window is better, because how many are we can't pop out of more than one.
They did throw a few trunks out the window though.
Couldn't pop out of more than one.
Yeah, as if logic has ever applied.
You can really be in 4 trunks at a time.
Yeah, no, they did what's it called? Throw a few trunks out, so that works. Throw them out. Hold on, I gotta grab another Coke real quick.
God, that was good, Alex.
Let's do how many trunks we pop. Okay, we can't pop out of more than one. What do you mean?
You pop out of one, then go hide in another one, then pop back out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep on popping out, and they'll be so confused.
It's like a whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. All right, that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
How many trunks are we throwing out the window out of 5 for Young Guns, Chris?
I'll keep this short and sweet. I've pretty much said everything I need to. This is my favorite Western of all time. It's the Western that got me to ever watch Westerns to begin with. It's the first Western I ever saw. It's still my favorite. I'm not going to sit there and argue and say it's the best Western ever made, but that's subjective. Best versus favorite, all that shit. This is my favorite Western ever. Slam dunk. It's my favorite Western ever. There are other Westerns I love, don't get me wrong, but this is my favorite. So I am throwing 5 trunks out of the top story window for Young Guns.
Wow. How many trunks are you throwing out of the top story for Young Guns, Ghoul?
Chris kind of, again, hit the nail on the head perfectly with that. I feel like we've done this the most justice that any podcast could ever do, and I'm not just saying that just because I'm selfish, but...
I'm sure you've heard some, right?
Oh, yeah, of course, but we've talked about things that I definitely haven't heard other people talk about, so I'm happy to have that. I'm happy to be able to have done this. Again, this... basically being the first real Western I ever saw it's a huge deal. You see this at a crucial age, and obviously it's going to stick with you. It's very unique, and I think this is the reason why Westerns... I will make the case that Young Guns is the reason why Westerns got brought back in the 90s.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
The financial success of this movie got all the other movie studios like, well, shit, I guess we can throw one in.
If we make a stylized Western, we got an audience like...
And if you load the cast.
Exactly, yeah. This is such a fucking ride. It cooks. I know we agreed the peyote scene is kind of the only slow moment of this movie.
It's a lull.
And even at that, I don't have to
forward it.
Yeah, I don't have to forward it. I don't mind. I think there's some funny bits to it. This one was just I'm trying to figure out if it's my favorite verse. Like again, favorite versus
because you said
best.
You hinted earlier that it might not be.
It might not be.
Which is fine because I know what his other favorites are, and obviously they're fucking slam dunks.
I guess I maybe might have to wait until the end of Western Month to figure out what my favorite will be. Definitively.
Because even if you rate them all a 5, you could still have a ranking.
Well, because sorry, Ghoul, don't mean to step on your rating.
No,
there's a max rating, obviously. You can't rank higher than a 5, but there are movies that I give a 5 out of 5 that I would give a 20 out of 5 if I could.
Exactly, yeah.
So
you can say 5. Don't feel Like,
yeah, no,
you
no,
can't.
no. Oh, I was gonna say 5 regardless. No, this is a 5 out of 5. A fucking 100%. It's just whether this is the best or my favorite. But that's the thing. We always teeter that line of like the best for us is usually what is our favorite. You know what I mean? We're not like a piece together podcast to a degree. We're not we're not gonna we didn't nitpick Halloween 2 for fucking 8 hours to not
Yeah, but
give it a
here's the
5
thing:
out of
Halloween
5.
2 isn't our favorite,
Exactly, but it still
so
is.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely a 5 out of 5. This was the one. Let me put it for now, and like I said, I'll figure out my favorite or my top one at the end of Western Month. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Throw me out of a trunk, but I'm also gonna add one carve pals into my grave, just because.
Okay, nice. I hate to ruin this and not put it in the Hall of Fame, but I definitely blame that on my journey. I'm sure if it occurred to me at 13 like it did to you guys, and I actively kept this thing rolling through my life, I'm sure I would agree with you because I could totally get it. But I can't lie and make believe I can't manufacture a past. So, for a guy who just watched it kind of when it came out,
A guy.
38 years ago, that's a long time since you haven't seen this.
No shit.
That's pretty tough.
That's some people's entire lifetime
The Ghoul was -6.
Yeah.
since I saw it, right? So, I can't say, like, this is a favorite of mine or anything like that. All I'm saying was, I thought it was... Oh, here's my big takeaway. I thought it was too short. I thought this should have
Wow,
been...
really?
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, wow, we're already at the end with the standoff? I mean, I wish there was 30 more minutes before we got to that. So that's a big plus for me, though. If I say something like that, I don't really ever say that. So something tells me that if I had the right people around me and somebody was like, hey, did you watch whatever recently? And I was like, no, I really haven't watched this. But then I kept doing it over the years. I'm sure I would feel like you guys. But because I didn't, all I could say is that I really liked it. So that would be a 4 out of 5. I really liked it, and I'm so excited to see Young Guns 2 now. And again, I did back then, but I can't wait to include these two movies into my life.
They really are a great one to watch if you just want to watch them back to back.